The federal government is getting ready for a possible repeat of the convoy protests in the wake of the public hearings into the use of the Emergencies Act. The Prime Minister's National Security Advisor was a witness yesterday at a parliamentary committee on the Emergencies Act. She and other officials talked about preparations in case of another occupation. Janice McGregor joins us live from Ottawa. So Janice, witness after witness has vowed not to let the events of last winter repeat themselves. But the question really is, how will they do that?
Well, that's just it, Hillary. We know, just to cite one example, the Canada Unity Group. They have already begun posting about plans to make their protests in Ottawa an annual event, talking about coming back this February, timing a series of convoys to converge on downtown around the same time as Commissioner Paul Rouleau is expected to release his final report in mid-February. Now, James Bowder, who is an organizer for this group, he is facing criminal charges for his actions last winter. He is actually prohibited from being in downtown Ottawa as a condition of his bail, but he has still been busy posting. The group has been saying how people face discrimination, that they now want reconciliation and unity in their communities. And so even though they say they are, quote, done fighting, they are planning to bring their so-called bear hug back to the streets of downtown Ottawa. Now, it's unclear how big a deal a sequel really might be, as stressful as it might seem for the residents and businesses who were so affected last time. Also have to remember, people have a right to protest in this country. So this isn't something that officials can stop per se, but there is a need to do a better job of keeping things under control. Last night, the parliamentary committee heard how there is a senior committee of deputy ministers now meeting this week, apparently, to plan what to do if there is another major event this winter. Some key decisions, of course, haven't even been made yet, such as whether they are going to permanently close Wellington Street in front of Parliament Hill to traffic. The Prime Minister's National Security Advisor, Jody Thomas, told MPs and senators that they are still working on to improve, actually, how intelligence officials track protests and also monitor online threats. Take a listen.
You can't just sit on Twitter and understand what's going on. You need to use tools, artificial intelligence, those kinds of things, looking for keywords, logarithms to help you understand what's happening. But you need a legal framework to do that, because even though Twitter is public, there are still rights to privacy.
Remain very concerned about what they see as an increase in online threats, particularly to public officials like politicians. It's not always clear who's just joking and messing around and who intends to act, or whose comments, loose comments, might incite or inspire other people to action. Free speech online is a right, but Thomas said last night that if someone hasn't actually been identified as the target of a security investigation per se, privacy rules right now really limit what intelligence officials and security officials can analyze, even if those posts are otherwise public.
Okay, Janice, thank you for this. Janice McGregor in Ottawa for us.